Hello everyone, this is Danny from Danny with a Planning here on YouTube and on Instagram. This is a September-October haul. I am very late getting this up. Currently, it is not either of those months as I'm making this video. It is in November, and I have had a lot of stuff going on. My husband opened up a new shop with woodworking, so I've been working with him a lot on that. So I have not, a lot of my extra free time has been going to helping him on that. So I'm sorry for the long intro, but I appreciate you coming and sticking around with me. I also have not yet gotten up, I think it's my July and August video, or sorry, not my, my July and August video. So I'm also trying to finish that up, but wanted to get some of the stuff filmed so that I can put some stuff into my planners. So that is where we're at currently. Sorry for the long intro, but thank you for coming and enjoying this with me. I still love doing all this stuff. It's just I've had to prioritize time a little bit differently the last couple of months, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get back into this. So we have Sadie stickers here, and this is like her new snail mail, which is really fun and cute. And I actually have another one that has come in, and it's up in the corner. Like, this is not everything, and I may end up having to split it into two. We have Petite Co, Paper Trail Plans, Dash of Sun. This is The Giving Girl. There's some Saucy Stickers Co. This is, oh, it's upside down, Hello Petite Paper. I think I also have some more Hello Petite Paper and at least two other things that are over off onto the side that I have plans of trying to haul. So I am going to not, like, without further ado, I guess, let's get into all of these lovely, lovely stickers. All right, there's so much here, and I'm totally blanking on like the order of which they came, but I thought this would be a fun one to start something new. This is Sadie Stickers, like snail mail. It's not exactly called that, but it's called like the Mail Club, I think. Yeah, Mail Club. But it comes in this fun little envelope, and look at that cute little stamp. So this was the first edition, and it's just kind of fun and quaint to get little mail in each month. And so they come kind of with like this little intro and then the content for this month. So this is your welcome note, and then the journaling prompt. So here's the journaling prompt, and Halloween candy, tier list, a word search, some doodles to color. So this is one of the doodles to color, and then some more information on the back. And here's the journaling prompts. Some tiering your candy. So that could be some fun journaling prompt. Especially if you do like junk journaling, you can like use the wrappers and junk journal with the order that you like. Or like do some stickers too if you like. I don't know, I feel like it'd be hard to do the candy corn, but maybe that's me. Or like, I guess you do the Hershey Kiss like tag thing. Anyway, some might be harder, so you could do some stickers or drawings or whatever. I think junk journaling is kind of very free form. So anyway, so then the other thing that's on here is the word search. Obviously I haven't done any of those yet, but I do love a good word search. And then I might keep these, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing going into 2026. I know I want to do the daily journal like I've continued to do, and then yeah, I don't know from there. I'm still trying to do my bullet journal and stuff, so that's another me problem for another time. So here is the stickers. These would be really fun to include into like the junk journaling, and it's on like premium matte. And then this is a postcard, very fun, and like you don't get a lot of postcards anymore, so yeah, I think that's really cute. And this is a little vinyl sticker. So each month it can be like little different add-ons I think that she's offering. So stay tuned for next month. I do actually have that up over there. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and do that one too? Right, so here's the second one, a little different. And I think the like theme in this one is a lot different too. I did open it. When I say I think, I know because I did open it. So this one seems, I'm going to show you this collection from Paper Trail Plans later, and I feel like it goes very well with the Paper Trail Plans collection. So I'm kind of going out of order here, but there's the little vellum stamp, or not stamp, sticker. And then here are the stickers. I love this, like, I like folksy, I think is how Jess explained it from Paper Trail Plans, and I agree, it's kind of like folksy. And then here's the card. I love this card, it's so pretty. And the edition number 2. Okay, so this one seems like a little bit more of like a magazine, or maybe the other one was, and I just totally like devoured it and like like opened it. I didn't keep it like as a magazine. I totally took it out in sections. Anyway, so here is the cover, and it tells you what you get in this one. Some journaling prompts, a quote, some reflections, my favorite fall recipes, picking up hobbies, the autumn mood. And these are all like great ideas for your own journal, right? Like if you wanted to put like your favorite recipes and stuff. I kind of feel like this is a look into Alicia's like own journal and how she's kind of expressing like a new different variety and giving us ideas. So very cool. And so here's her journaling prompts. And a nice little quote, some reflections that she's had for this year, some of her favorite recipes, and then picking up hobbies, and then autumn mood. I like how that's like kind of a library card. And Sudoku. And then relaxing and rest. And then the same little vellum stamp on the back. So I think these are just kind of fun and different and just like a little kind of pick-me-up each month. So I'm really excited that I get those. And yeah, just it's a nice little prompt. So if you're interested in these, you can check out her website and Sadie Stickers and sign up. It is like the mailing club or snail mail. So look into those if you're interested. And you cannot use Danny 20 to save on this, but like any of the subscription stuff, you can't use that. But anyways, I think that it's still a fun little way of getting some happy mail at a like inexpensive cost and like a little bit more free form too. So all right, got another snail mail in just today, and so I thought I'd throw it into this video since it is technically November, although it's like kind of a Christmas theme. And like there's oh gosh, what is that called? I think it starts with a P. Poinsettia, maybe. I feel like my grandmother might be happy and proud of me. Poinsettia, I think is what it's called. I love this theme, gingerbread, and I've been doing gingerbread like themed houses for my husband's woodworking shop, so very like into this right now. So here's the snail mail and like magazine, and this is her writing to you, and then this month's content, journaling prompts, some cute little like sweaters to decorate, ugly sweaters, and then some fun activities for you to do, and then her rambling and what is your gingerbread name? Oh, that's fun. Okay, I have to do this. All right, I am Take the first letter of your name. Okay, easy. So I am Snappy, and I am Snappy Fruitcake because I am in February. I always think those are like just interesting. Okay, so Snappy Fruitcake is going to continue on. Here is some bows. This is kind of giving me like old school, those rolls of tape or rolls of stickers vibe with the like holographic. So some gingerbreads, bow, a little dude with a bow tie, and then like a classic looking one. Sorry, that did not focus well. And then here are some bows. Pink hollow. I don't know if it's really pink hollow or if it's just like pink with hollow over top. Okay, this is like a vinyl gingerbread. Super cute. And then here's the sticker sheet. She really jam-packs it. There's lots of like little pieces of candy, all the things. And then this ticket's super cute too. Holly Jolly Movie Night. Oh, and then you can like put the name and give it to whoever. I wish I had more than one because we do a lot of movie nights, especially during the holidays, and everybody gets to kind of pick their own Christmas movie that they want to watch. So, and then here is your postcard, and it's empty, so you can send it to somebody. So you can kind of like pay it forward. I feel like that's what like Alicia's general intention is to give like a happy kind of vibe to everybody, and just like a small little snail mail, and that's kind of fun and nostalgic. So anyways, so that is her snail mail, and you can sign up on her website to get the collection if you're interested. All right, I picked up a bunch of foil too from Sadie Stickers. I went ham on some coffee stuff in my journal, my daily journal. And so I was like, I cannot believe I don't have this, and was really like regretting not having it. However, I'm glad I have it now, so for future things. But yeah, this is like, all this is so beautiful. Okay, I can't, like, this is the latte art, and I got it in all 3 of the foil colors, and really wish I would have had it for the journal that I did do. So here it is. This was a Graceful Newspapery collection, but I feel like some of this stuff would have gone so pretty with this. But yeah, I still really love how it turned out. I may go back and like add a few. I'll have to wait and see. Like that would be a nice area to add one into. There's a couple different, and I'll show you in a second, areas that I could add some stuff to. So I may still go back. Anyways, I really loved how this all turned out. So part of me is like, don't overdo it, Danielle, which I tend to do. So so yeah, there's that. And then here is some coffee steam with like little hearts. And then I got the journaling, coffee journaling scripts. So these are just really nice for layering and make it super easy, very manageable as far as like journaling items go, and a great way to just kind of add that little touch. When I was going through D-Stash, which I know if you have been sticking with me at all on Instagram, you know I started back in August with destashing, and actually literally just over last weekend I finished like organizing that stuff, and so hopefully I'll be able to start figuring out a way of destash, like how I'm going to destash. So look for that on my Instagram if you were interested. But anyways, going through with all of that, I was like, oh my gosh, I miss doilies, and so or mandalas, and looked back on Sadie Stickers, and these are, she's calling them doilies, but back in the day I feel like they were, I don't know, is mandalas just the new doilies? I had that conversation on Instagram too. Like I feel like mandalas are just the new doilies, but anyways, and then here is like light academia. Again, this kind of gives me that like folksy vibe, and I'm definitely going to be pulling some of this into that paper trail plans, which I feel like I should haul pretty soon so that you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this kind of gives that folksy vibe of that like drawn, not like super perfect, etchy, but not like sketch. It's not really a sketch. I don't know exactly how to describe, because this is also very similar. So this one was like the academic. Apples and apples. Sorry. When I mean apples to apples, I mean like foil colors. So this one is the academia, excuse me, light academia elements, library elements. So more like books and such, some music notes, picture frames, some like music-y stuff in here, more books. Yeah, so that's a comparison between the two. But hoping to pull both those into the cottagecore one from Paper Trail Plans. And then I love these staircases. Very fun and elegant. Curious. I think that I was wondering if it was cut out in the middle there. I'd also really love these if they were in larger. There's some larger ones, like that one would be really fun, large, with a staircase. And then here are the vintage ephemera. So these have a kind of different travel, some like seem more travel-y, some seem like spring. So it's just kind of a nice little mix. Again, making it super easy to layer with journaling and whatnot. And then this is vintage ephemera too. This one doesn't seem like, this one has a little bit of like the honeycomb, some birds and bees, but also like, I don't know, that almost seems like a ticket. Okay, and then also I picked up this. I used a lot of this in one of, I can't pulling out the journal. Okay, another Graceful Muse papery, but I loved how that looked. And then I also pulled in a few others, two different, I know I pulled in another one. Oh, like right here, like used the extra. So then I was like, I always worry that I'm gonna like run out for like the next time I want to use something. So I think I used up 2, but then that means I only have 2 left. Which sometimes sends me into a panic, but that's just me. So, so I picked up another one of that, and then this one is Festival. And I really do love a good fall festival theme kit with either like a carnival or like farmer's market kind of thing. So I'm gonna, this is all on transparent matte. Everything else was on, everything else was on transparent matte. This is on washi paper. Excuse me. So this is, and I don't always get all of the pages of the collection, especially with my journal, because it's like I might mix and match it with another collection. And there's a few things that I'm doing this so long now that I'm like, I don't need all of the sheets. So this is page 2, the floral bouquet. And there's like little flecks of gold foiling throughout that sheet, but not all the sheets are foiled. But if it is, it's going to be in gold foil. So like the roller coaster, super fun, fall fest, bumper cars. I have not gone bumper cars like forever. I really want to do it now. In order to like use space, you put some things upside down. I have a few like ticket sheets from other shops that I will definitely be pulling in. And actually she has like a sheet too in her shop that is all tickets, and it's different colors. There's like a purple collection, a green, I think a blue, and a red. So anyways, you can use those tickets to like kind of pull into this collection as well. And then, Ferris wheel. I think I've mentioned this before. I get Ferris wheel and merry-go-rounds confused, and I always like need to do this in my head. Merry-go-rounds go around, Ferris wheels like go up and down. Anyways, it's anybody else get those confused. Then here is the edges. I love the banner. what I really love is that there's like gaps in between, so you can see the florals underneath. So this is like a top-down view of the pumpkins. Just, I don't know, I kind of really like when you can see the elements underneath. So there's that like white space between and not a solid shape. Here is the borders. These are the scenes, and these are large scenes. I definitely think that was like one of the things that sold it for me. And that food looks delicious. The macarons. And here is the box swatches. The family going in is really cute. I like love that right there with the way she foiled it. So you can still see through there, but also. And then just got some more deco, because there's also some of the larger florals in there. A lot of that is semi-similar to this, but the sizing is different. So like smaller, bigger, bigger. So just FYI, if you are wondering about the comparison between the two, a little bit smaller and bigger, but like this has the tickets, this drink, some more food elements. But there's a lot. There's some swatches there too. So anyway, so that'll do it. I think for Sadie stickers, I don't see anything currently right now that I have off to the side for Sadie stickers, but there probably is something coming in the mail. I do have her monthly subscriptions that I am crazy behind on, that I will probably do like a few together in one collection. So anyway, so that is Sadie stickers. I do have a code with the shop. It is Danny20 to save 20% off. And you can put my name in the notes for my freebie if you are interested. And yeah, that'll do it from Sadie stickers. The shop is Paper Trail Plans. This collection was such a like outside the box for them. This is that folksy kind of one that I've been talking about a little bit in the other shop. So here is their envelope, and that is in rose gold. I love the little lace detail, or I guess it's not lace, excuse me. It's like a plant detail, but it's like white. Here is my freebie. Actually, we just got new freebies up this weekend in preparation for Black Friday, so this one is no longer available. Here is their summer freebie. Gosh, I feel like so bad showing you guys this because this was definitely a September haul. And this is on washi paper, but yeah, I'm showing it because I still love the kit and the collection, and it's still up in the shop, so you can still get it. And this was your email freebie. So if you're part of their email, they will send out a question within their email when they have new releases. You can then use that question to, if you answer that question in the notes to seller, then you can get a freebie. And it's usually a very generous quarter size freebie, and it matches the new release kit. So it gives you like a little bit of extra to play around with. So this is a really fun freebie. I love the like grass, corn vibes in there. Okay, so this is Coquette, or sorry, not Coquette, Cottagecore. And I just love the colors of this. It's super unique in comparison to all the like other colors that you normally see for September. So this one is just like giving me all like so much. I love it. I just adore this collection, the colors, and just the different vibe. I don't know, it's just very unique. And this is page 2, and they did a couple of different frames as an option too. And there's fun scenes. Something I always talk about with them is that they fill like all the different spaces. I really love. I know Jess also like painted digitally some of the white. So she took 2 collections, put them together, and one was a little bit more like sketch, and then one was less sketchy. So let me see if I can show you some more. If I can point them out. So for instance, like this cat gives you that like sketch vibe, and I'm not sure if she painted any of the like bow or cheeks of the animal, but so yeah, so that's one of them in comparison to like this, where you don't see that like black and white sketch outline. So this is also an example of the sketch versus like more of the folksy. Here's another one where it's more of the sketch. So I think she took the house and then added in trees from this other collection, the more folksy one. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying, but like that's kind of what I got from her describing it on Instagram. If you don't follow them, please go follow them, because she does do a really good job going through a lot of her new releases and stuff. So this is page 4, and this one has some cute animals, like that one, super adorable. I just love his like the pink and the brown on him. It's super cute. Here's like another one of those sketch ones that, again, I'm not sure like how much of that she actually painted versus that was like already done, I guess. I don't know. So still, I think it's very big props on her for like taking that on. Here is page 5, some more of the frames, that jacket. Very cute. Ooh, and look at that like layering of the journaling down here, and the like alcohol ink swatches behind a lot of those too. This is page 6. I feel like that cat is such like a vibe. These pumpkins, really just like, I don't know, all the colors in this are so fun and unique, and I just really love that. Okay, this one is their quotes page, and again, super vibrant, all the colors. Like, I don't know if you would like ever necessarily like put all these colors together like in a color palette. One, it's like a lot of colors, but again, I'm here for it. They're fun. They're just I love it. And this was for sure one of the like I fell in love with this pattern so much. That's gorgeous. So much of this collection. So you're getting 4 doilies and then some torn paper washi. This one's more like strips. Oh, these florals. Like, I cannot. I do think she like had to put these florals together too, because there weren't a lot of florals, if I believe, if I'm remembering what she said correctly. There wasn't a lot of these florals like in bouquets. They were like, anyway, she had to create a bunch, is what I'm trying to say. And thank you for doing that, Jess, because these turned out beautiful. All right, so that was page 9. This is page 10, which is the corners. Page 11 is like edges. So there's some of that corn that you're getting in that freebie. Actually, these are like reversed imaged. And so this one should be the same, yeah. And then like 2 edges, or sorry, 3 like longer edges, and then that one's a shorter edge. And here is the border. I think, yeah, I was gonna say, if I know me, I went ahead and I got another set of those. So yeah, so that's just the other set. A lot of times when I'm gonna use this in my daily journal, or not my daily journal, excuse me, my bullet journal. And so me doing that means that like I like get lots of florals, and I also like to have at least 2 borders so that I can do like touch doors or whatnot with them. And then this is the like layering ephemera. I did get this on transparent mat. It's like one of the only things that I do get on transparent mat, just because with the layering and whatnot, I find the transparent mat kind of has a different layering effect in some ways. So I like to get this one on transparent mat. Look at those fun shapes, or not shapes, but like geometric. I guess that would be shapes, geometric shapes. I love those. And that's going to be really fun to like layer on top of, or like maybe behind like the chicken, or maybe those candles, putting them like overlaying them, and then you, by pushing them down, using one of the bone tools, it kind of gives it more saturation. I also find it it does also with washi paper, it gives it a little bit more saturation too. So these bone tools have come in handy quite a bit, and they're also used for like other crafting items as well. So if you're into crafting, I do suggest that you pick those up because they are very nice to have around and handy. So yeah, so this is the ephemera. Sorry, it got a little crazy over here on the side. This one, I love that they're offering these like full boxes, and usually they're foiled, so you do have to like pick a foil color. I went with gold, traditional gold, with this one. And so you're getting 6 options, and then this like little torn paper washi at the bottom. And here is the foiling deco. So I was gonna pull out the Sadie stickers again to show you what I meant by like the, so I really do think, I should pull out the one that it goes with, sorry. When I say goes with, again, foil color. This was the light academia foil color. And I think that this kind of really goes with the vibe. What do you guys think? Like they're not far off, right, y'all? Are you seeing the vision that I'm kind of, oh, I love that. Sorry. Also distracted with, with things. So I want to pull out like a deco sheet. So I feel like these aren't, like that little chair right there, that would go like super well, I don't know, in the middle of a lake. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know where, but it could go well with something. I don't know, putting a chair behind her and sitting that cat in it. I don't know. But I just think that some of this will go well. So my plan is to pull it in. And if you haven't used this collection already, then maybe you could go to Saucy Stickers and pick those up as well, if you think they also go. If not, that's also okay. I love that there's like florals on the cow. That's cool. And like little florals. This almost takes me back to their like original icons that they came out with, where they had, oh my gosh, if you remember the original Paper Trail Plans icons that they had with like, I'm thinking there was like a little like floral or plant kind of next to the icon. Like instead of bows, it was like a little plant thing. If you remember those, oh my gosh, if I have a picture, I will try to put it up, because it's like, that's kind of giving me that vibe of like the nostalgia of that. I wonder if Jess, when she was doing this, also thought of that. Anyways, and then these are kind of those things from the ephemera page. It wasn't that long ago that I had the ephemera page out. Here it is. So these things, so those are kind of foiled versions of that, which is fun. I love like a good matchy theme. Here, oh, here's more of them. So here is, so I definitely hauled this like on Instagram back when I got it. And so it's kind of fun like going back through and remembering how much I love this collection. Also, I'm noticing new things. So this is like a similar, like the same quotes as the non-foil version. And then here is the washi sampler. So you're getting five different kinds. And this is also another nice one to have too with the borders, if you decide to do Dutch doors or something. And then this, I did pick up 2 of these. Okay, so another idea that I was having was for Dutch doors. So the problem with this Dutch door is that this is not matching up with this one, right? So that is a problem. But maybe I could come up with some alcohol ink swatches over here or something. I feel like this side matches up a little bit better because it's not like this side. I don't know if you can see through. You can kind of see. So this might be like a really fun demonstration. All right, so if you are lining it up, you can kind of see underneath this side, like the tree. So you can see that there. So I would have to come up with something over on this area to kind of make it work for the Dutch door, if I did a Dutch door. And then the same thing on this side. It's not, I don't want to say like not as bad, but it's not, I would just have a little bit of extra right there over top. And then the same thing like over here, but you can see the tree line there. So I feel like this side or this part would be a little bit better to do a Dutch door with. And what I was thinking is doing like a one-sided Dutch door. Sorry, you're hearing my chair as I'm like stretching to get and give you guys an example. I'm trying to like get back into my planner, but so when I say like one-sided Dutch door, I mean like just doing like one cutout. Or like in this case, I did one here. So, so yeah, so not doing like a two-sided where I have like this one here. So that is my thoughts currently of maybe what I could do with this one. So I thought that was a fun or different kind of take on washi where you can kind of like tear it and have a scene, or you can tear it like individually or like parts of it and do like if maybe you just want these like this forest right here, and so you can make it very like organic, or maybe tear out like that little house with the chimney smoke. Okay, so that's why I got 2 of those. Okay, that I think is it for paper trail plants. I think I have another order coming in, but I'm not remembering a little bit. I've been not been working like almost 2 jobs with my husband's new job, and I've been trying to do like PR for him and help him a little bit get things together, and we've designed some houses, like cute little ornament houses for the holiday season, and so I've been painting those and whatnot. So anyways, I've kind of lost track of what I've ordered and what I haven't ordered. But anyways, you will find out if there is later, probably in this video. But if not, this is Paper Trail Plants, and I do have a code with them. It is Danny15 to save 15% off, and you can put my name in the notes for my freebie. This shop is one of the shops that if you put our name in, it does help us like kind of get PR credit for them, as far as like being able to see how we influence the customers and stuff. So it's really nice to get that kind of feedback sometimes. So anyways, so Danny15 to save 15% off. All right, this is another Paper Trail Plans. I have gotten this recently, and so I will tag it in with the rest of them. So I have mentioned already that I PR for the shop, Danny15. We actually just came out with new freebies, so this is actually older. But this was, I'm going to say was, because they're getting ready probably to do new like winter freebies. But this one's really cute with all, and it goes really well with the foraging collection. And then part of their email freebie. If you are not, I know I already explained this, but if you're not part of their email freebie, it's definitely well worth being on it. It usually correlates with one of the collections that they're releasing. I didn't actually pick up the pumpkin spice collection. However, most of the time it usually goes with whatever. All right, I'm going to go over forage first. I picked up 2 collections. This was an accident. This one, I don't know if you can tell, is on premium matte. But I like don't normally get premium matte now with them, but this is so like buttery smooth, and it has that clear backing. So it's kind of fun to feel and just like rub the premium matte. But obviously I'm still going to use this. Just wish I would have gotten it in washi paper. Okay, I'm going to go over forage first. Here are their full boxes. I think I mentioned earlier that I really love that they have been doing full boxes. Even though it's like 6, I think it's nice to have them. And I think I mentioned to Jess, I wish she would have done like a map full sheet, washi sheet. That would have been fun to like tear up and put behind. And this is page 1 of the decorative. That, like, not doing it in foil, but doing it in a color, I really think is fun. It's fun to have the names of those underneath. Here is page 2. Page 3. I love their film strips. And a bunny. Oh, I didn't notice that before. That's a cute. And there's some down here. I wonder, oh yeah, they're in some of the others. So that'll be kind of interesting to put in. Pine needle tea. Ooh, this is page 4. The hanging. So this space here is open for the hanging one, but then there's a jar, so that's cool. Whispering Woods. Pygmy Hedgehog. Oh. Pygmy Hedgehog? I think is how you pronounce that. Oh, and they have some of the, oh, that's fun. Because I guess the point of those is like you're labeling the floral that you're using, or maybe like if it was butterflies. So it's part of like the journaling, like I don't know if it's called like a forage journal, but I feel like I've seen journals in the past where they will like pick up the item and then they like label it. So whether it's a butterfly or a moth, insect, and labeling it. So that's kind of what that is. I guess the purpose of that is. I was not able to watch their Instagram of this. I know I could go back. I think they save all of theirs and watch it, but that is my assumption of all of that. And see, like here, it tells you about the different, I say it tells you about, I'm assuming that in this very fine print that it tells you about the different kind of plants. Cute little house. So that girl is the same as in the full boxes. And I'm sure you probably recognize the house too. Or the scene here in that scene. The nice thing, or the fun thing about the full boxes is that usually it's foiled, so that's like a fun, wow, now they're all in order. Oh well. Here is the like bouquet. They still do a like floral bundle where they have 4 florals. So if you wanted to just pick up florals, you could. This is corners, edges, and then the washi with individual pieces down the middle. This is the layering ephemera piece, and I did get it in transparent matte, like that they add those little pieces. And I think this is a full strip, which would probably be a little bit more like fun to play with if it was washi paper, but a lot of the collection has some of that in already, and I could, this is washi paper, so I could tear that up too. And it's actually foiled as well, so that's fun. Okay, and then there is the foiled deco, and that goes, like I said, really well with that freebie that they had. So glad they sent it to me in rose gold. I kind of want a hedgehog. I wonder, my husband, I mentioned this before, but my husband's allergic to animals. And I wonder, I mean, I know they have fur. But I don't know. A lot of people are like, oh, you can get like a doodle, or like the, but my husband, who is a doctor, continues to say that it's still like he still is affected by that. I don't know. I don't know if he's just like, I don't want a dog. We have 2 kids. That's enough. Or if like it is, I'm not saying he's lying, I'm just saying that like I'm curious. I love that they include, this is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so it's another set of floral washi. Here is alcohol ink. I also tend to get the alcohol ink in transparent. I've talked about that many times. And then here's one of the washi, the washi color wash, I guess is what she calls it. I love how they go all the way to the end with theirs, so you're like pulling it up off the side and you're using all the space. So that's another reason why I was like, I would get the ephemera one in washi, but this came in it, so I already know that I'm able to tear it. All right, and then these things are extras, not extras, but like things that I picked up, like this one. I showed earlier in this haul is, I think, I don't know how, I either got one or I don't know. Anyways, I was like, what was I thinking? This was my favorite thing. I think I got one. I was like, this was my favorite thing. I need another one. So I picked up another while I was shopping. Actually, I immediately after I hauled it a while back, I was like, oh, I got one. And I immediately put it in, so it had been sitting in until I was ready to pick up another one. And then I ran through a lot of my coffee stains in my September daily journal, so I picked up some more and like some of the individual splatters. Again, different shops have a different take on these, and so I don't mind picking up different ones to kind of get the look that I'm going for, or they have different looks. All right, I have talked frequently about bricks and how they're, all right, I'm gonna show you this one. This one is from Sadie Stickers, and obviously I've used some of it, and it kind of has a little bit more of a realistic look to it. And she came out with like different colors for her advent calendar this past year in 2024. And so I really do like this, and I was super happy that she came out with it. But I've also been looking for one that's more like drawn or watercolory and has more of a mix, so where you're pulling it. So I was very excited. I also know that Hello Petite paper has another version of this, but it's more like stone looking. So I was super excited to pull this one in, and I'm very much considering going back and getting another one just to have more than one, because it could go with so many things. And we have all those foiled bricks that we can layer on top of to kind of create that look. So very, very excited that they came out with this, and I'm probably going to pick up another one maybe during Black Friday. Okay, so that was a forage and then a few of the extra things that I had gotten. Now I'm gonna move on to the Masquerade collection. And I picked this up in rose gold because I thought, I don't know, with the purples and such, I felt like that went really well. Mentioned this already, that this is on premium matte, which was an accident. I should have gotten that on transparent. But we'll still use it, and I'm excited to feel the nice, fun quality of that in that mask. I've always wanted a little masquerade ball. Okay, and then here is page 1, spooky. I also got lace from Dash of Sun, so that will go in well with this collection too. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then here is second page, gothic, and that girl with her super burgundy dress and the bow on the skull is so funny. Staircase. Wow, that is bananas. I'm like moving like it's foiled. It's not foiled, but that's crazy. I have so many questions. I'm like, is it painted on? Is it jewelry? How do you bend your fingers? And then the take on the film strip is interesting too, because it's like, it's kind of like a creamy gray. So it's kind of like that green color in the leaves and such, which makes it stand out. Like if she would have done black, that was, to me, that's a good choice. Because if you would have done black, then that would have really blended in too much and you wouldn't have seen it. So it would have been like, why even put a film strip in there? I love the moon, the bats. Oh, there's a bow on the pumpkin. This really reminds me of the one that I did. Like I made my own set and did then Pretty Pink Co. and I did a collab on some of that, but I love that. There she is again. Right, this one goes this way. Super fun. This also gives me vibes of the Dash of Sun one from last year. This is the floral bouquets. Here are the corners. Girl. I hate when they get stuck. Okay. Stuck to the wrong thing. I like it when they stick to the right thing. Just these florals are really, like all the purples and burgundies, and then that white one, the white ones really stand out. But also that one, that like blue one. Here are the edges. Cute little one in the middle. They do a good job of varying their florals, so it's not always the same style. What I mean by that is like the Masquerade one is the edges are very different than the one from the Forage. So like there is a long one here and then one up here, but this one's really tall. And then this one's all by itself, so you're getting like a variety. And then in this, you're getting like a long one, a shorter, long, short, and then that really tiny one. But also you get like some extra little pieces. Just, it's nice that they're just trying to fill the page, but also, sorry, that's upside down. Being thoughtful about how they're doing things and trying to change it up. This is the bottom washi. It's not bottom washi anymore. Well, I mean, it could be. I'm not usually using it as bottom washi. Okay, here is the layering ephemera. You could use many, many sheets of those. So again, I feel like depending upon the vibe you're going with, that's where I always hesitate, because I like, should I get it in washi or should I get it in transparent matte? Sorry, I was like gluing something earlier. My hands are, I'm gonna mention this now and you're all gonna look at it, but my hands have been a wreck. My fingernails have been a wreck because I've been doing some stuff for my husband's business and just can't keep up with it. But this would be really fun to have for like tearing up. So like that piece in particular, I'm like a little sad not to be able to tear it up, but like that would be really fun. I could cut that in half and do some layering with it and then push it down with my bone tool so you could still see the stuff underneath of it. So again, it just depends on what your vibe is. Okay, here, this mask. I mean, it's the same one on the full boxes, but look how gorgeous in this. That's, I'm not funny, but like with the candle on top. That mask too. And here is the larger florals. The washi sampler. Dark lace. So fun that they like included the lace in there. I wonder if they considered doing like a white lace over top of this one, but that wouldn't have been the same vibes, right? And then the bottom washi. Not bottom washi, I'm so sorry. The color wash. Okay, so that'll do it from Paper Trail Plans. If you're interested in any of this, you can always use Danny15 to save 15% off. I know they're gonna have a Black Friday sale, so that'll probably be a way better deal. But if it's not during a sale, you can always use my code and then put my name in the notes for my freebie. And if you answer the email freebie, then you get an additional freebie. So just make sure that all the freebies are never a bad thing, especially when I feel like it ties to a collection that you're already getting. Like that's all. All right, this is a Dash of Sun. I feel like you see the yellow and you're like, Dash of Sun. Very great branding. This is actually 2 orders that I am kind of combining into one. She's been doing some sunny specials, and I love these so much. They're really cute, and just like a smaller collection, and it gives her some time to like come up with different kinds of designs that maybe she wouldn't come out with because it's a smaller collection. So here is my freebie for her shop. I love this freebie so much. This design I adore. Yeah, so this is her freebie for the fall. Okay, I will start with this one because it is a little bit more like a I don't want to say traditional because it's definitely not traditional. They're both kind of unique collections, and this is what I'm trying to say about like it being like her being able to stretch out and do different kinds of things with these smaller collections. So this one's called Autumn Tide, and it's kind of a beach take on autumn, and I love that. So blues and oranges, I really adore. Look at this, so cute. Okay, then the pumpkins, the blue pumpkins, I really like. And I'm such a sucker for those old Vans, VW Vans. I don't think this is technically labeled as that, but you see that and you know that that's what it's meant to be. This could be like a fun layering moment where you can put something foiled on top of here. These are not foiled, so you do get to pick your own foil, which is fun. And this is a boardwalk. I kind of feel like that's like a cozy little, I see the oar, but I'm questioning, like, are you going out on the water in that? Or is it just like a cozy little vibe date night? Again, another fun layering. This is a cool thing here. This is, I feel like she's does a lot of these swooshy kind of things that are really fun. So nice to see that in there. A little quote, a crab with a little leaf. Oh, sorry, a little out of frame. And there's some florals throughout. Oh, this is fun. Here, I like that so much. Some more kind of quote stuff. I like that she's filling in the spaces with some of these quotes and different florals. She's doing a really great job of filling all that space in. Here's a floral page. This is page 4. Page 5. I love this like ephemera type vibe. With the scripts and the ink, and just so fun and good. She has some more up here. And then this really gorgeous scene there. I love the beach, so that's why I'm like. And then I got 2 extras of, apparently 3 extras. I think I have collections that are orange and blue. That's why I wanted to pick up 2 extra of those. So I picked up these as extras. All right, so that is Autumn Tide. And those are still up in her shop, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know by the time I get all of this up, but this one, you guys, this one is so fun. Domestic Bliss, like domestic bliss, but domestic, and it's definitely a play on words because I don't want to say she murdered her husband, but she could have. This one's so fun. Okay, all the things. Pills, blood on the shoes, blood on just what's in those bags, girly? What's in your trunk? Just, I think this is such a funny, fun collection. Like, funny fun. I love it. Okay. And then, this page 2. Just like the girls and the husband vanishes. She really did such a very fun, oh my gosh, is there blood on that one? Just a little bow. Like was it Stepford Housewives kind of, and murder. Here is the other thing too is like none of her like mini collections are the same either. She like does, it's like each time she's coming up with different elements and items. It's very, like each kit is unique. Okay, here is her florals and the red and the splashes. Oh, Chelsea, you nailed it. I love this. I love it so much. I'm very excited to use this. I am going to do some back planning in my daily journal. I probably got 2 of these because I do. Oh, I didn't. Probably because the colors didn't match, but I probably debated it real hard getting another one of these because I do love them so much. Just burn it all. Ephemera. And then another one of those. So those are the 2 things that I got from Dash of Sun. I PR for her, Danny 10 to save 10% off. You guys, I can't say enough good things about Chelsea. She is so sweet and creative. And I really adore her and her shop. So anyways, definitely need to go check her out, and her little mini collections that she comes out with are just adorable. So yeah, this is Dash of Sun and Danny 10, to save 10% off. Okay, I have received another Dash of Sun order, so I thought I would put it in with the other that I have already filmed. So this one has my new freebie in it and all the other lovely ladies freebie. But here is her fall card with her information on the back. And then here is my new freebie. I definitely wanted to go with like fall. It's one of my favorite seasons in the planner community. And I loved this like corner. So she was able to do 2. She actually created this for me. I asked her, and so that was something she was able to do for me, and I really love how it turned out. So thank you, Chelsea. And this is Kristen's silver. Oh, mine was in gold, in case you were wondering. And then Kristen's is in silver. She has some like fun sparkly corners as well. She went more with, it seems like a winter collection. And then this is Megan. This is Megan's freebie. I really love the lanterns that she has coming down. And a very cute quote and lots of little leaves. Those little leaves are super little, very tiny. And then this is Kat's freebie. I feel like this one is very kind of New Year's Eve retro. And this color, well, I think one of the colors for Dash of Sun's New Year's Eve kit was rose gold, and so I think that would go really well with that one. This one is Mariah's. It is in premium matte. Love all these little like stars. Here is Veronica's. Cute little vines on the side. And she is one of the newest members of the PR team. And then Jasmine, I love that she chose to do the alcohol ink swatches, and that Chelsea did like some that are on the edge. It's really cute. And then last but not least, Cassie. She did rose gold. It has some cute edges or corners and some fall themes as well. This is the fall freebie from Dash of Sun. I like having the trees in there. Okay, and I picked up a few things during, I think it was a sale, like a new collection had come out. But this is Thankful. Going to use this for Thanksgiving week in my daily journal. Here is, oh, little puppy. It's very cute. Really been enjoying her mini collections that she's been coming out with. And that's a fun scene. Excited for Thanksgiving this year. Just gonna relax and read some and hopefully do some planning and maybe do some things for my husband's shop and just kind of chill. Just nice to have some calm. We're not planning to go anywhere. Does anybody else have any fun plans? Oh, I love this so much. That, like, it's like a gold, and that will go with a lot of other kits if I don't use it with this one. I really love this. But does anybody else have any plans for their holidays? Love that park scene. Very pretty. Okay, and then this was the, I feel like I'm gonna mess it up, Beautiful, because it's like beautiful, but Beautiful Rain. And this was the new collection that had come out, and I am picking this, or I had gotten this in the mail not too long ago, so I'm like late, but when it came out, it was like I picked it up the weekend that it came out, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, thought this was so fun and clever, the like cassette tape in the background, and I was definitely of that era. Making my own mixtapes and then eventually CDs. I love the foiling on the awning in that bookshop. Some cute rain boots, clouds. And then we have some like composition type items in here. Some of this has reminded me a little bit of her April collection that she came out with. That was like rain bows. Oh my gosh, that makes me kind of sad. There's like this really pretty, really pretty, a blanket, and then like it's raining outside. Oh no. But this, I loved this scene with all the rainbows, with all the umbrellas and like the different colors, but then the way she foiled it, I thought that was so fun. And, like this cup of tea and the candles, and then like the raindrops on the, I hope that's picking up on camera. Some of the foiling details that she has done in this is really, really pretty. Okay, and then this one is the stamps and frames. I love this lamp post and the way she foiled it with the frame and that cute little wreath. Here are the bouquets and edges, and thought this was really clever that she did the bows, and hence I think what part of it is called Beautiful. And the way she foiled it too. This is a little bit less dainty and more like, I don't want to say fine line because that's not what I mean, but like it's traced on the outside more so than like the trace foiling. So I think that's a fun, different take on it. And then here is her doilies. This one kind of has ombre effect, which I love. And then there's two really light blue ones. But those oranges really pop with the colors in this were really very fun for me. Here is the corners. It rains a lot here in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, I think that's kind of what it's known for, right? So I felt like this was a good November collection. And then loving these. And this one is such like, I really love this. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it yet, but I am very excited to like figure out something. I love houses, I think is what I've decided, especially with the etched. And that girl's really pretty too. And then I picked up some of the swatches with this one. And then her borders. And this one's really cool because it has the cloud. Oh, I don't know why I flipped it upside down. Oh, I know why. Because I saw this one, and then when I turned it around, I saw this one, and I was like, wait a minute. So this is the right way, and then that's upside down. But anyways, so here is the clouds and the raindrops. That's really cute. And then lastly, which is part of her shadows collection that she did for like kind of a Halloween theme. Really loved this and wanted to pick it up and thought it could go with some other Halloween collections that I'm doing. I picked up a few Halloween stuff, but I have not officially decided what I'm doing for my bullet journal and I may actually use, I'm kind of trying to use up some of my older collection. Not quite sure I'm going to get there with my memory planning in an A5 wide. So I may use the old, not old, but like last year's, so 2024's Halloween collection from Paper Trail Plans. So I think that would go with it. So that's one of the things I was thinking of. Okay, so she came out with a alcohol ink collection in the spring, I think, last year. And she's kind of been doing some different seasonal ones. Well, she's done a fall seasonal one. So I splurged and got a bunch of the colors, and I picked up, I think, a few extras because I had used them up in some of my collections that I had already done. So I'm going to try to show you guys each of them. So this one is in gold, and the first one is Rain. So it's like a bluish kind of color. It's in gold. This one is, let's see if I can maybe lay it out. It's obviously not going to be all, so just know like gold's probably going to be at the top. Okay, this one is Merlot. I always want to put the T at the end, but like you don't say it, so there it is. And then here is Sage. The thing with some of these too is that they're not just winter, right? Like Sage is definitely a kind of anytime for me, or in my opinion. This one is Pumpkin. Okay, and then trying to like recall. I think I got them in gold, and then these were the ones I'm restocking in gold, and then I didn't get rose gold. So here are all of the colors in rose gold. Okay. Just trying to double check that this is rose gold. Oh, that's silver. Silver. Why is it so hard to tell sometimes? Okay, so these were all restocks. I was like, I know I restocked. So the top three are restocks. And I have the rest. I tried to sew restraint one time and did just gold. And then this time around, I was able to pick up some restocks and then also the rest of the like rose gold and silver. Okay, so this one is Acorn. Here is a Latte, which is like a cream. The other one was kind of more of a brown. Pumpkin again in rose gold. All of this is on washi paper, and that's why it's able to be like a color and a foil on top and a little bit transparent matte. Transparent matte, in fact, cannot do the foiling on top. This is alcohol, or sorry, Sage. I was like, yeah, alcohol ink, duh. Merlot. And Rain. And I'm like, how are we doing on space in here? Push these over just a little bit. And then Rain, sorry. I really kind of like the darker ones too. You don't always get these with alcohol ink swatches, like darker colors. So here's Storm. And then like the Night. I think you can see all of them. Okay, good. And then this set is in silver. So same colors. Acorn. Latte. Here's Pumpkin. If by chance you were like, hey, Danny, can you go back and show these or slow down? Just let me know, because I can do that. I feel like at some point that was Sage. You're just kind of like, okay, a swatch is a swatch, but I'm wanting you to also see like the foil color that goes along with it, because maybe you aren't able to pick up all of the foil colors, so maybe you're just trying to like pick and choose which ones you like. So silver, rain and merlot. This one is storm. So I'm just trying to kind of play to the audience, like some want to see it, some don't, so trying to find a happy medium. Okay, so that was night, and those are all the alcohol ink swatches that I got for this time, but I really do love, because a lot of times I'm looking for like a pop of color, but also sometimes I want like some foil behind it, so this gives me that, like, it's a neutral background, but also gives that foil. So I'm going to try to like give you an example of some of the ways that I've used it in the past. I know one in particular that I used it for. I just know that I've not been as good about, let me just go off screen real quick. I've not been as good about keeping up with my actual daily journal the last half of the year, but I'm also just like starting my school year off, and we traveled a lot over the summer. So I was just trying to like give myself some grace. But see, like I needed color in that area, but also wanted some foil. So that kind of satisfied that need, and it makes it really easy to like lay down, right? So here's another 2 examples. They're really fun. Okay, so that's gonna do it for Dash of Sun. You can use Danny 10 to save 10% off if you were interested in picking up anything that you see here. I really do enjoy Chelsea. She's so sweet, and she's coming, it is a Canadian shop, so we'll have Black Friday offerings coming up. I'm trying to get all this stuff up so that you guys can see and shop for Black Friday, but I have, hopefully, if I've done everything correctly and in time, there will be another video that is my August, September, and this is my, you obviously know you're here, you're watching it, it's on the screen, but this is my October, November collection. Okay, so that was Dash of Sun. Next up, this is the Petite Co. I do PR for the shop. It is Danny 15 to save 15% off. These are 2 orders that I'm doing all at once, but this is her envelope that she is using, and I will do this one first because it is like our summer, and then this one is one of the collections I think I'm going to use in October for potentially Halloween. So, and this was part of her 6-year anniversary sale, so there are like freebies related to that, and then other freebies here. But this is my freebie if you are interested. I wanted to do like days of the week up there, or not up there, but there, and then I've really been liking some of those grid patterns, and then the line and the journaling. Okay, so let me put this off to the side. And this was one of the freebies of this collection, which like actually kind of goes, but that's not what that's for. And then here's the other one. Is that right? Some things are not the right way. Okay, sorry. I do just do some hauls on Instagram first, so you probably, if you are watching over there too, you might have seen this a while ago. Again, I'm very behind on all things planner related. So this is a sidebar. I really love how she does these. I don't know, I got inspired by this one. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to incorporate it into my daily journal. But yeah, I thought it was very cute. And I love the colors. I love these florals so much, of the pink and the yellow. Really fun. But this is called California Dreaming, and I'm 99% sure this is still in the shop. So if you're interested still, maybe you're going on a trip to California, maybe you live in California. But here is some cute like film frames and the like old convertible car. I'm not great at cars, so don't know which one that is. I know it's a convertible. There she is again with some more palm trees. I think I've mentioned it already. I was gonna say this episode, this haul is that I love Ferris wheels, and there's books and all that jazz. And I'm so proud of myself with reading books this year. I have made a goal of reading 25 and I have surpassed that, so I am super proud of myself. Most of them have been audiobooks, but like, I don't know, I'm just enjoying it, and I think that that's like the main purpose, right, is that you enjoy. People write books for our enjoyment, so that's how I'm consuming them. These are corners. If you have a good audiobook, like series or book that you would like to suggest to me, I would love to have suggestions. Always looking for more books to read. Here are the borders, or she calls them floral washes, and then I do appreciate when shops put extra florals around. This is the large seams. Here is the seams, which is kind of like, they're not exactly full box sizes, but kind of giving you that same vibe, but with organic edges. And then here is her stamps and frames. I really love the layering that she does inside of her. It's not, I was like going to say Polaroid. It's like, it is not a Polaroid. Frame? Photo frame? That's the word. Here is the swatches. And this is her terrible washi page. I'm, again, appreciative of the size. One thing that would be kind of nice is that if it was able to go all the way to the edges, so you're getting a little bit more, but I still think that this is plenty for my purposes. But just like you can go all the way to the edge, and that's still that cut line. Here is, I do want to say though, I don't have my own shop, obviously, so I can't say with production wise, like maybe this is a better purpose for her production line and stuff like that. So florals, bouquets, and this is like the one that kind of goes with her daily, weekly collection, but I like to pull it in just to have some different size variety. And then here is the deco page with some more floral borders, some extra little bits. This is very similar to this page. In fact, I think it is the same. So like you can basically, I think one of the reasons why I got it is because I wanted an extra one of these, and then it's always nice to just have deco instead of getting two of these, which I could have done. So it just depends on my mood, I suppose. But yeah, so if you're wanting to save money, it would probably be a better idea to like get one or the other, not both. Just if we're being forthright in what's happening here. And then I love these too. More scenes. I'm a big fan. I love the beach and these big florals. And then foiled me up with all three. And she does such a great job of creating, like, there's scenes in here, and this, love this. Palm trees, airplane, girls lounging and/or in a floaty. So here's the silver, and then the rose gold. With these kinds of things, they aren't like truly specific to the collection, so I feel like it's safe to pick up some. So that was California Dreaming. Next we have this collection. It's a couple of different collections that I'm going to kind of, sorry, it's my chair. I'm going to try to kind of do some, okay, sorry. I was like rethinking. There's a couple different collections in here, and I'm going to use them for obviously different reasons. I will explain it as we go. Okay, so this was part of her 6-year anniversary, and if you did the 6-year anniversary, like if you bought during the sale, then you got 6 freebies for the 6th anniversary, and a lot of them went together, so that was fun. So here we go with the 6. All right, so we have a silver with the 6-year anniversary. That'd be so perfect if you had a kid turning 6. Or like a 6-year anniversary or something. I don't know. I love that little like sketched crown too. Okay, and then here, this is that same freebie that we just saw in the other collection. It's in rose gold and fall themed. And then these were kind of related. There were some tiered freebies, and when I did the haul for Instagram, I like that she did this one, and I know why she did the brown, but I think I tend to lean more towards she had a orange and red and yellow version of this. And I prefer that one a little bit more, but I see why she did it because it matches the collection better. And then the 4th or 5th freebie, and then here's the last one, cute little kitty. But I can't seem to find, there was tiered freebies that went along depending upon, and I actually think I used it in a collection that I already did in my daily journal, and that's why it's missing. However, if you are really interested, I can go back and try to see if I can find it through my Instagram. So if you are interested, please message me below. I think I'm gonna use this one first. Just because those are fall and like Halloweeny, so that's why I was like, maybe I'll do this first. However, I was thinking more of this for November. All of these are going to be going in my daily journal, and this collection actually I feel like goes well with this one. I picked up, so some of these are the Pretty Little Things, her like mini collections. So I definitely feel like this one goes very well with the freebies. So I will be adding that to this collection. But what I was going to say is I really do, a lot of these shops have been doing these like little collections, and I think it's so fun for them and us because they don't have to come up with this huge collection. They're able to produce more. And I also feel like we're getting some fun themes that we don't normally always see. So they're able to play a little bit more. I just really enjoy it. And I'm happy for them that they get to kind of have this like little outlet. Because I do feel like as a community, we try to like stick with a lot of the same kind of themes. And that can probably get boring if you're a shop owner, and like she's been around for 6 years, so doing similar color schemes for each season probably gets monotonous, and you want to change it up some. So these kinds of things allow them to do that. I feel like maybe that's just me rambling in my brain, but I know that some of the shops have talked about that when I've talked to them about like how I love that they're kind of stepping outside the traditional box. Anyways, moving on, off my soapbox. This is her, I always get confused because it says number 8 in the corner, and so I want to say that it's like, this is page 8, but no, this is like number 8, Pretty Little Things, and then this is page 1. Okay, so she is a Canadian shop, and I feel like this is such a nod to like Canada, because it's like the maple leaf, and then I feel like it's a image of the flag underneath. I mean, I actually don't think it is, but it just kind of gives me that vibe. But yeah, so I think that's cute. And then this, I really love the stairwell with the lights. I'm very into like calm, warm lights. It just helps with my like keeping focused, feeling cozy. It's a whole vibe for me. And the cute little puppy. Oh my gosh, this treehouse. Again, those cozy vibes. My cat's sleeping, very chill. I love her hair. Wish my hair would do that. And then this is like a masterpiece. Like all the layering, all the like details, and this very fun. Yeah, it's like I can just lay that down and be done. Maybe add some foil and then we'll call it a day. Not sure what foil I want to do. I kind of want to do silver with it just because it would be different. But I do think that like gold would be, I don't know, I'm really leaning towards maybe doing silver with this. What do you guys think? Should I do silver with Pretty Little Things number 8? I kind of wish she would name them, but I get also why she doesn't name them because, again, that's another collection to name. And this is a lot easier to like put down in the corner besides the name. But that umbrella with the plaid and all these plaid little scarves piled up. Here is like a coffee shop. It's getting late, and I feel like as it's getting later, I am rambly, so I do apologize. Here is a deer, different little elements here. Again, the maple leaf. Okay, and then this is page 8, and it is the last page in the collection. Oh, why is it sticking? I don't care for that. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it doing that? I don't like that it was doing that. I guess one of the like stickers came up and or got stuck on the back, not sure. But this is the last page, and it's like a big scene, and then some of the like lettering scripts. Okay, and so to go, because a lot of the some collections, when they do the mini collections, some shops are not necessarily putting florals with them, so I went through her shop and looked through for florals that I thought might kind of go with the vibe. It's sometimes hard to tell when you are shopping online, like if that collection, I don't know if our heater just like kicked on for our house, and so I don't know if you can hear that. If you can, I'm sorry, but my desk is like right next to it, so if you hear that, sorry. But yeah, so here I thought it's like close enough, right? Like it's not terribly off. It's very hard to kind of match when you don't have one already. But I will say the nice thing about it is that the interesting thing, there's not florals in this at all. So you can like reuse leftovers or whatever, or not use them at all. So I just tend to like florals, and just gives you a little bit of color to like layer. It's just an easier way to layer, in my opinion. I remember back in the day when, or not back in the day, but when I first started, like florals were a little bit around, but not like they are today. And I remember like, I don't want to say like discarding florals, but kind of like, meh, I don't need this. And then it became a thing, and then we wanted more and more and more. And we are to the point where we are today, so lovely. All right, this is Pretty Little Things number 10. So I do feel like good and that I'm going in the right order. So because that was 8, this is 10. Okay. This one is kind of like witchy vibes, which I feel like is fun. And celestial with some, obviously, stars. Celestial. Okay. This bookmark there. I definitely think I'm going to use gold because there's so many gold elements in here, which also, again, I feel like is a little bit, I don't know, how many of you feel like gold is used with Halloween? Don't really feel like, I don't think I'm gonna actually use this for the Halloween week, but I'm definitely gonna probably leading up to Halloween. And that is such a cool, it's almost like a wreath, but with books. And then look at those pumpkins and how like detailed they are. I don't know, I feel kind of in love. So the lace from Dash of Sun, and I don't know if I've shown it to you, it's in this haul. There's lace, and I think that that would go well with this collection as well. And then Kitty. Hi, Kitty. When I see black cats now, I think of Jess of Luscious Plans. They got a new black cat, and Jet, I think, is the name of the cat. So now I think of that little, I forget what that's called. Somebody let me know. Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. I love that quote. And the ghost carrying all the books. Very studious ghost. Mystic, magical. Bookshop. Lots of little quotes throughout, so that'll be fun to do some layering there. The witch hat, and then the last page of the little things is that. No, I was gonna say I was hoping it was cut out in the middle. It is not, but I would do that myself. Looks like I was curious about if there was any other girls. There's a ghost, but not a girl. Oh, there was one more. I was like, I felt like I saw another one. Yep. Okay, so that is the number 10, Pretty Little Things. And then to go with that, I picked up Moonlight Shore Bouquet. Again, me just kind of guessing on what would be. The purples aren't exactly the same. So like this one has more, I don't know, like plum. I don't know if plum the right word. I don't know, we're gonna go with plum. But I feel like that kind of goes, right? The thing is like the lighter purples, the bluey purples don't really go, so I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like the florals aren't that bad. I'm just like, if I put this like blue up against some of these, I think that is gonna look funny. But like some blues in these don't seem as bad to me. So I may not pull this in. I don't know, it's kind of a guess when you're shopping online, trying to match up colors. Okay, but that is what I chose. Oh, sorry, I just hit my light. But that's what I chose to try to go with it. The florals, again, I don't think are awful with it, but I think I missed on this one with the blues. Okay, so that is that collection. Again, Moonlight Shore was the bouquets that I chose to go with that one. And then the last collection that I picked up was a Moonlight Veil, and when she showed this one, I was like, oh, this is gorgeous. I love this so much. And I actually picked up this to go with some other collection too. So I was doing a combo. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. I even think that like some of this would go, like some of these things could like play well off of each other. Oh my God, I love this page so much. That in the purple, black, and like lighter clouds. Okay, I'm gonna have some fun doing this collection. Yes, it's after Halloween, but we are not gonna comment on that because I can still do things. Okay, this is all on washi paper. Here is the deco. This is large scenes. But that's also like part of my problem is that I need to haul these things so that I can then use them. And I was kind of in a rut because I was like, I don't have the energy to haul. It does take a bit of energy. And then also I don't like doing another haul when I know I haven't finished editing a haul, but I need to get moving before I get too far behind. And then here is the corners. And last but not least is the journaling deco, which that bridge with the florals and the lanterns, cobwebs, very fun. Okay, so those were the things that I picked up from the Petite Co, and she will be having a Black Friday sale as well. So I mentioned that earlier with the shop that I was showing, which I think was Dash of Sun. So you can always put Danny 15 to save 15% off if it is not a sale, and you are picking things up, and you can put my name in the notes for my freebie. And that is the Petite Co. This shop is Saucy Sticker Co. This is her freebie. It's very cute with all the bows. It is on premium matte. And then I put Jess of Luscious Plants freebie, or name, so I can get her freebie. Okay, so I feel like I have talked so much about these lights. I finally had a chance to pick them up. She had a sale a while back, and so that's when I picked them up, and I picked up quite a few. And I picked, so I picked up 4 different versions, and I'm just trying to touch. So yeah, I was gonna say, so I picked up 2 in transparent matte, and then 2 in washi. And like in this, you can't really tell. However, as I mentioned very many times, when you go to put it down, the washi paper, you can see a little bit more, and then with the transparent, I'll be able to like rub it in. So using my bone tool. Oh, what is that on my bone tool? Anyways, using the bone tool to like rub it in. You can do it a little bit with washi paper, but it definitely doesn't do as good of a job as with transparent matte. So that's why I got both, because sometimes I do want to lay it on top and not necessarily see what's underneath, and then sometimes I'm going to want to like push it in to have that like overlapping layer kind of vibe. So I picked up both. Also, like, I'm not mad about having lots of that because it's so versatile, and being able to use it for Christmas or like summer with lights for outdoor events and such. So I'm very, very excited to have both of those. And then I also picked up Autumn Cabin, which has a very, very similar vibe to one of the ones that I picked up from the Petite Co. This one I think is a little bit darker toned than the other one, but I should still be able to play a little bit off of each other. Everything here is on washi paper. And this is her full boxes, and it's foiled. I got it in gold, rose gold, excuse me, foiling. I love the swing, and then this treehouse, which is why I recognize it, because the treehouse was on the other one. And then here's that treehouse even bigger. Like, the lights could go well with this too. Like, I don't know. I just think those lights are very, very versatile. The girl has a lot of like vibes. Very pretty. Okay, and then like a lake scene. There's always like one kit from her each fall that I am just like in love with, and this was this season's. I like her take on this one, and then like the layering she does is really beautiful. She does such an amazing job with her layering. So I can pull like apples in. She has some florals around too, or not florals, sorry. I saw this and I was like, oh, that's not. But I was thinking leaves, and then saw that and so called it florals. Like the grid pattern back here, and there's one there. So you could pull in like foiled grid to go with this. This also, love like this whole, so pretty. I can smell autumn dancing in the breeze. Some lights. And then this one, the cute animals. All right, and then these were the florals that she had. So here are bouquets. You don't see these very often anymore, so I think it's fun. That used to be like a pattern, or not a pattern, but like something you would see, I don't know, like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I want to say 4 years ago. So here are corners. She snuck in like a butterfly, and then some individual pieces there. Edges. So you get 4 big ones, and then she snuck in like a little one, and then some individual pieces there. Always a fan of like shops that try to squeeze in as much as they can. Some more butterflies or moths. I was always told that moths have more of a muted tone, so that's why I'm saying moth. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if you know about moths versus butterflies. And then here is her washi strip. So there is two of that, and then the lace. Here is her mood board. And I think, yeah, I got this on transparent. Again, for the being able to layer and like push the stuff down with my, push the sticker down with my bone tool. The ears are the larger florals. And then here is the pattern. May even, like, depending on the look of it with, hold on. All right, I wanted to do a comparison of the Saucy Stickers Co. collection with the Pretty Pink Co. And like I said, I think they both played into like different tones of the collection. So I feel like this one has a little bit more of the brighter oranges and whatnot being drawn out in that one. And then this one pulls out a little bit more of the blue tones. Okay, so let's do like some, I don't say like apples to apples, but for lack of better. So that scene here. So I'm wondering if it's how much well it's showing, but this seems more green to me and this seems more blue. So something like tone wise was done, which like both I like. So it's not like, but I'm just giving you a comparison. So like if you're looking into buying one or the other, and I've thought about maybe using, I was going to use it for my daily journal, but maybe I'll use it for my bullet journal. Yeah, so maybe I'll do that. Okay, and then here is like another example of the stairs. So this looks like more of a brown tone, and this looks more like of a darker, like gray black tone. And the other thing too is like the florals. There's no florals in the Pretty Pink Co. Pretty Little Things collection, so I could just go forth with this. And I think with Black Friday coming up, if I do choose to use this for my November, I was thinking November, bullet journal, then I might pick up some more of her florals to go with it. And then I feel like there was the tree house one that I was looking for. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, here's the tree house. So it's like a little one and a big one. Definitely different layering elements there. And then there's one more that I recall seeing. Okay, so here's the animals. And it's also just really fun to see different shops' takes on like layering. Like I love this floral layering back there, but also love this like coffee stain and frame. So it's just kind of fun and different depending upon like what you like. But yeah, so those definitely, obviously I'm going to put them together. Maybe not obviously, but like I will put them together, even though the tones are a little bit off. But if you mix them like well enough, it shouldn't be like too stark of a difference to be like, oh man, what is happening here? Like thinking of like, you are like, this is obviously two very different kits, but they should be fine together. Okay, so that is my order from Saucy Stickers Co. and my hopes for potentially using it either as a daily journal, or probably more likely using it for my November. I have it, yeah, probably going to use it for my November bullet journal. So if you are interested, I have lots of friends that are on the PR team. Please use one of their names to give them some support for their PR like credits and whatnot, so that way they know if you like. I'm always constantly inspired by Jess of Lush with Plans to buy from Saucy Stickers Co. So I like to try to put her name in because I'm usually inspired by a lot of what she does from Saucy Stickers Co. So, all right. Next up, we have the Giving Girl, and she always has these really cute envelopes. And then this is the order paper, and I always talk about it, but it matches. I think it's such a fun detail. But on the other side is my order, so I think that's like a really cool like little detail that she adds. But when she wrote my name, this is Jennifer is the shop owner, and she is super sweet, and I love her seasonal bucket lists. She's also doing some other ones out. If you're interested, please check her out. These are such cute little collections that I'm so in love with. This is the fall bucket list, and I am part of her Facebook group, so you get like extra freebies if you are part of those groups. So this one is the Facebook freebie. So if you're interested in that, and I just really love how she includes, like it's a smaller checklist item usually. So this one is make an autumn playlist. So I really just think that's really adorable. All of this is on washi paper. And then this is the all orders freebie, and it's make fall trail mix. Just really cute and fun that she includes that. Okay, and then she also has her other collection from fall of last year up. So if you are like want to pick and choose, I think they go pretty well hand in hand together. So it's not going to be like totally off. Also, like if you're like me, I ended up doing two pages worth on my A5 bullet journal. And so I ended up doing two like different spreads. So if it so happened to be different for you, then you could use like one side and then another side, or like intermix it so that it's kind of spread out. But this is try a new fall drink. Just little details, and these are all like able to be pulled out. Not all of them. Some of them, like these up here, are too small, but that one is like cut out, and it's just such little like fine details like that I really appreciate. And it makes you can like sprinkle them throughout, making it cohesive. Cozy up with a book. I've been reading, definitely listening to audiobooks more, so love this one. And I like that she included some like furniture so that you can kind of create a little scene, or like that's on the wall. I appreciate that. And then this one is watch a scary movie. A little ghosty pillow, and her like all the little ghosties. And then this one is my absolute favorite. So go trick-or-treating, or if like you don't have kids, like pass out candy. So she added in both. But this was, I mean, not that many kids, but this was definitely my vibe this year, going out with my boys, and it was really fun. There my littlest, who's 3, would go up to the house and like he would look in and be like, oh, this is a lovely house. And I'm sure that's something he has heard me say when we've gone to somebody else's house. So I was just like cracking up that he like picked up on that like phrase or whatever, and I'd like busted out laughing, and I felt bad because I was like, I am not saying that your house is not lovely. I just think it's hilarious that he has picked this up. And the lady was also laughing, so thankfully she didn't take it and like, oh my gosh, that mom thinks that it's not, like he's being sarcastic. Anyways, sorry. So I love that one. And then capturing fall moments. I like that she didn't say like taking pictures, but like just like, I don't know, you don't need to take like actual fall photos, but like you're out there and you maybe in a very lovely colored tree with the fall vibes and taking pictures, or like at a pumpkin patch and taking pictures. So super cute. And then this one is carving pumpkins. Oh my god, that little girl is so adorable. Also funny that it's like also has the newspaper. I like that she included like markers, because last year with my youngest we did do markers with him, so because it was I was just too nervous with him and a knife. Not that we would have given it to him, but like just the patience of it all. So this year he did actually do the carving and helped out. So this one is decorating. That one's also really cute with the, and you could put the spiders on top of the web. This one's light a fall candle. Jump into a pile of leaves. That used to be a thing in Virginia. It is the thing here. There's just a little bit more pine needles. There's more fall leaves than I anticipated. They're just usually wet because of the rain. So that's that little girl. Also accurate. And accurate with the little cookie taking a bite out of. And then attend a fall festival. I'm assuming also, I don't think she had a like pumpkin patch, so you could maybe like change that out. This one is take a warm bath. Here is donate or declutter, which we did do this fall, so we're still doing it. Attend a Halloween party. They have a boogie bash at my kids, or my sons, in my school, so we did that. And then collect fall leaves. And then these are really cute because they're like icons, and they do repeat. I forget. It's not. Hold on, because I was like, there's the corn, and I see the apple. I'm not exactly sure where it repeats, but there are some repeat rows, and then some that are not. So I just think this is adorable, and she did a really good job, especially if you like do memory planning and stuff to mark those events. And then here is the alcohol ink swatches. She calls them watercolor washes. You can buy all of this individually too, so if you just wanted to pick up like one or the other, or like what exactly you did for your fall bucket list. And then this one is the gingham pattern in the brown. Okay, and the other thing that she did that's really, really cool, so that was the fall bucket list 2.0. And like I said, she has 1.0 up in the shop still. I don't know if it's called 1.0, but it's like fall bucket list. But the other thing that she did this year, I had been trying to show examples. So she, it's really hard to tell, but there are letters for each of these patterns, and they like A through Z obviously, but like this one, the first top one goes A through M, and then some more M's through Z. So that's why you're getting 2 of each. And it looks like there is 4 A's. I feel like bad doing this, but when I say bad doing this, it's because I pulled out on Instagram, I did a little like demo of what it could look like so that you guys could see. And I did a mix and match, and Jennifer messaged me. She was like, oh my gosh, this is such a good idea. So I wanted to show you guys so that you guys are aware too. Hold on, I need to find a piece of paper. Okay, I'm gonna use this little piece of paper and my tweezers. All right, so this is the little letter A. So you can spell out whatever it is you want. So you might spell like out autumn or like autumn bucket list. And then what you could do, if you wanted, is frame it. I would do a better job if I'd probably actually do it this other way, where I put the A, I put the outside down first, and then, the nice thing about washi paper though, is that you can peel it up pretty. I need to stay a little bit closer because it was still not quite on. And then here is the little individual piece in the middle, part of the A. And so I feel like that's super cute if you wanted to do that. Or mix and match with any of the other ones. But yeah, so that is one of the fun things that you could do with these. Or you can just do like this individually by itself too, if you wanted. So I feel like you're getting so many options with this. And you could even put like a different, like you could do a highlighter behind it, and so that would be a different color. But yeah, so there's like, you could do the A individually like that version. So I feel like you're at least getting like 2 per sheet if you so chose to like do it that way. But yeah, that is a really neat thing that I think she came out with this like for this collection. And then I haven't checked back in a while to see if she's released her new winter version. But yeah, so that is what I got from the Giving Girl. And I don't know if she has a PR team anymore, but she does do the Twinkle Tuesdays, and so that's what like the best time to get them, so that they're like at a discounted price when they're first released. So make sure you're checking her out during those the like first week release. This shop is Hello Petite Paper. I have 2 orders here. So I'm gonna go over this side first because I got it a while back, and then this one has come into the mail since. So this is the September freebie. I must have put it in with the way that like shipping happens because she's in Portugal. I don't think I got it until October, so this was put in September, but I got it in October. And then this is a cute little card that she has with her information. All right, she had like a journaling special journaling like freebie, not freebie, Petite Tuesday, excuse me. And so this was one thing that I definitely picked up. I've been really loving these, like ticket stubs type thing, especially with my daily journal. So I picked that up. And then this, I could not resist. It's fall themed, and one is larger and one is smaller. So this is like a purple. It's not like burgundy, it's definitely purple. But I love her doilies so much. And then like the fall colorway, I could not resist getting it in the fall colorway. So this is like a Merlot burgundy type color. Just like, I love it so much, like her foiled. I want it foiled. Okay, and then this was the green. And then she also had like a lace design too. Hold on, I wanted to see. Okay. She had lace. So this was, there's like a lighter green and a dark green here. It's all on washi paper. I just love how pretty. And you're getting 2 of this one. And it looks like none of the others are repeated. Just FYI. Okay, and then here is the purple one. I'm turn this way. And that burgundy Merlot. I'm not quite sure. And it's like a tan. There's 2 kind of tan ones. 3 kind of tan ones. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just put them out like this. So this is like a washed out one. And then this is like a lighter. I'm trying to make sure that I stay in frame. And then this almost looks like an ombre style. So they're slightly different depending upon what you're going for. This one seems a little bit more gray or taupe, more like tan, and then this is definitely like a transition of colors. Be interesting to pair like these 2 together, because of like it seems they seem similar at this end. So if you were like looking to have 2-sided. Okay, so that was that order. That was the Petite Tuesday order. And then this one, I think, was also a Petite Tuesday. And then I was like, I don't know, the other day I was looking, or not the other day, one of the times I was looking for some gingham and could not find colors that I liked, or not liked, but like, I don't know, I couldn't find my gingham for whatever reason. So I went on like I liked her gingham, and she had a sale. So I was like, I am going to pick up a bunch. So, and then I always love her fall colorway, or not colorway, Petite Tuesdays. So here is some of these, and they normally go so well with so many of my different collections. I can pull them in usually, so. This one, and this was a collection, so I any leftovers that I have, I could do it. I bet I'm thinking I could do like 1 or 2 days with my daily journal with this, but then any leftovers will go well with, because there's the florals, some more of those florals. Bug. Not like a bug, but like the car. And like this, like a, what are they called? Looks like a doodle, right? Labradoodle? That's what they're called. Like the layering there. I feel like this, some of this collection was used many years ago. Or like it's a couple different collections that were used many years ago. If you have been around for a while, you probably know what I am talking about, but I like that they're bringing those back. It's kind of a little bit nostalgic for me, to kind of see them, but also being used in different ways. So I like that. And then this was a freebie, sorry. This was a freebie for the Whispers, Autumn Whispers collection. Those trees are fun, and the birds. And then this I thought was really fun and could go well with a lot of the journaling stuff. Just like layering over top. I almost picked up 2, but I decided to go with 1 for now. So I might go back and see how often I use it. Okay, and then these are all like gingham or grid patterns. Just have really been digging the grid patterns lately. Don't know if anybody else is feeling that vibe. And then here is, here's like, there's another grid pattern in here. So I'm gonna pull out the grid patterns and then do the gingham. I think that's it for the grid patterns. Yeah, okay. So this one is a brown grid pattern. And then the next one is a neutral, so it has a little bit of speckles in it. Here is a pastel blue. This one is medium brown. And then, let's see if I can find the light brown. Just to give you a comparison. These are on washi paper. I just kind of like the, like, I don't want to say organic, but like it's not like a super straight edge one. I want to make sure that I am doing some comparisons of like colors so you guys can get an idea of that. All right, so the next two are, one is orange and one is peach. So this one is the orange gingham, and then this one is the peach. And this has a white backing, so even if I lay them over top, you can't, like, they're not changing the colors on them. And here is cherry red. There was no other red in this collection, so here's light gray and black. Oh, let's do light gray and dark gray. So here is dark gray, and then light gray, and black. I'll put the black and the dark gray next to each other so you can kind of see the variance. Here is dark purple, light purple, and this is pastel purple. And then the last one that I got was the pastel pink. Just again, I really like her pattern that she has for her gingham. So I definitely picked that up. And I do have a code with Vanessa. It is Danny10 to save 10% off. Vanessa's so sweet and has been around forever. And I love just her take on so many of, she does a lot of her own drawings, and she has just a very unique style that I really love and adore. So definitely check her out if you haven't already, and you can use Danny10 to save 10% off. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Here are some other videos you can watch. Hope you enjoy.